to prove something as a basketball player, it's time for me to move away from the game of basketball. It's not because I don't love the game. I love the game of basketball, I always will. I just feel that at this particular time in my career, I've reached the pinnacle of my career. I've achieved a lot in that short amount of time, if you want to call it short. But I just feel that I don't have anything else for myself to prove. And I met with my teammates, some of my teammates this morning, and it was very, very emotional because they meant a lot to me, and we have shared a lot of time together over the last 9 years. Paxton being the guy that I've been with for the last 8 years, and other guys I've spent a lot of time for the last 5 years, and we've achieved a lot. We've gone through a lot of stages, and my success has been as much as their success. They've been a part of that. My family's been a part of that. My wife, my father, who, as everyone knows, has left us, and I guess the biggest gratification, I'm a very optimistic person. I guess the biggest positive thing that I can take out of my father not being here with me today is that he saw my last basketball game, and that means a lot. It was something that he and I have talked, and my family has talked for a long period of time. He advised me, quite frankly, to retire after my first championship. But we had many discussions, and my discussions was that I still had a lot to prove as a player, and I wanted to win more. At the end of the year, after we won our third championship, we talked once again, and I was kind of leaning towards that direction. And he knew that, and my family knew that, and it was just a matter of waiting until this time when basketball was near to see if my heart would change. And I went through all the different stages of getting myself prepared for the next year. And the desire was not there. And it wasn't like everyone had speculated about all the different media pressure and the different pressures that I was feeling. I deal with pressure all the time, and I've always said that I would never let you guys run me out the game. So don't think that you've done that. This is my choice, and I've always wanted to make it my choice. And it's a choice that I've chose to live with. And certainly it goes without some reservations a little bit, because I'm gonna miss the game. I'm gonna miss the opportunities of, winning extra championships and spending more time with teammates for 8 months and going on trips or whatever, and some of the things that men do in basketball. I'm gonna miss it. The psychological warfare that Phil put us all through in 8 months, I'm gonna miss that. But at some point in time, you have to look at the future. I think one thing about my father's death is that it can be gone and be taken away from you at any time. And there's still a lot of things out there for me to achieve. It's a lot of family members and friends that I haven't seen because I've been very selfish in my career to try to get to this point and make sure that I achieve all the dreams that I want to achieve. Now that I'm here, it's time to be a little bit unselfish in terms of spending more time with my family, my wife, my kids, and just get back to a normal life, as close to it as I could. It's going to be tough, but I'm very happy with my decision, and I'm very glad that I'm in a position to make that choice. A lot of times you guys do all the pushing, and now I'm taking the lead, and I'm doing all the necessary steps to walk away from the game when I feel I need to. But I'm glad for the fans and for the organization, for the support that they have given me and my family, and for the league. I think the league has gone from somewhere that a lot of people had little doubts about the personalities and probably the image, to where it's probably the highest rated and most watched professional sport that there is. And I think that means a lot to all the guys who played in that era, especially myself. So thank you, and hopefully I don't see too many of you guys in the future. And now you can go somewhere else and get your stories. And this is probably the first time I've met this many people without a scandal around. So it's really a great feeling to hear all the thank yous, and certainly the support of these people here from my corporations and Nike, Gatorade, all the people that I deal with. They've been very supportive of my decision, and I think that means a lot as a person and as an endorsee of that product. So thanks, and I'm willing to answer some of the off-the-wall questions that you guys are going to give me.
Michael, would you have made this decision had your father still been with you?
Certainly.
Would you make it?
I would have made it
point?
even if he would have been here. You know, it was a decision that I was contemplating about when the season ended. So naturally, when my father died, it put a little bit different emphasis on life in general, but it didn't alter my decision no differently than what I had already, basically leaned toward.
You say you're not going to play in the NBA anymore. You're going to confine it to the driveway or the gym, or you're going to start
I'm in the pickup games.
You're going to start your own league in Europe or something?
I'm here. I'm going to play for my kids and my family, and pick up games when I feel the desire. And I'm still an avid basketball fan.